So basically, information ingestion, data cleanup, classification, underwriting. Okay, so and this product is, they've seen some good success in US. So this is pure SaaS-based revenue. Here they've made a comment that they are trying to create a platform as a service. Again, they all they've said is we are trying to create a platform as a service. I think we should just leave it at that, that they're trying to create. Let's see what happens. It's not something that before it gets created, it's hard to kind of say that what is going to get created. Treasury and capital markets is something they initially were probably was ahead of monetization than iSeek, but iSeek has kind of done well. And I think Treasury is still a little bit of work in progress. But I think they've won a couple of very interesting deals, if I'm not mistaken. I think SBI Wealth was one of the deals that they won, if I'm not mistaken. So they've won some very interesting reference deals. So hopefully with those reference deals, we will see better numbers coming out. So this is one of the platform which we spoke about, that iTurmeric is basically you take your legacy systems and you want to monetize them the best of the way possible by integrating the newest microservices, right? IDX is basically processing, extraction, validation that we talked about right now, that taking in data and extracting the data and in certain cases validating or verification also. CBX again is sort of a solution which it's sort of a next generation solution. It's very interesting. It's probably in terms of monetization, it's still some time away. So what it tries to do is, let's say if you're an SME and you have 2-3 different bank accounts in, like, let's say in 2-3 different locations, then it may give you a suggestion that, oh, the interest rates over here are so much. Why don't you move your money from current account over here to a money market fund or something like that? So it tries to be like a AI concierge for your banking needs, provide certain suggestions. So these are early days for such products. Such products may do well. We don't know, or they may not do well. This is sort of innovation, and such things also require initially a lot of data, right? So on day one, such a service, if let's say you are a customer, this may not be able to provide you good value day one, but after, let's say, 2 years, it will have enough data to probably give you some suggestions, right? So maybe after 2 years, it can pick up that, oh, this accounts receivable always seems to be a problem. Why don't you raise some, your interest rates, or you tighten your credit to them or something like that. So these things probably require some data before they will become more useful. So GEM is the one of the contracts which they won in 2017. It's going to go on till 23, and hopefully 2 more years of extra, beyond that. It's SaaS-based revenue. The one thing about GEM is, probably one thing that is there is, so if you look up online, you can find out, how the pricing of it works, and there's a tiered pricing. So as more and more transactions happen, the rates actually come down. And so the one of the way to look at GEM is also that it was a great, probably a learning experience for Intellect, right? So when Intellect bid for it, there was no division or anything within Intellect which was doing anything regarding e-commerce or anything like that, right? But probably developing this would have helped them develop something in credit cards or BNPL also, possibly. This is just my you can say inference that I'm jumping to. No, this is not something that the company has said, right? So any government contract, it's hard to believe is going to be very profitable, right? So And the management also tries to, say that, GEM is, not the most important thing, So I think GEM is more of a thing that it has certainly scaled up and helped in generating SaaS revenue, but probably is more, value add in terms of the learnings probably that they got out of winning such a contract. So, just, in stock market, you have narrative, that, oh, so the narrative is they've spent so much on product development and sales and marketing. They have sizable number of customers, right? So just imagine in banking, how hard it would be to get one customer, right? So Polaris was providing service to Citibank, right? So, and then they use the capital from that to create Intellect, and create products, right? So essentially you start with one customer, and then since you do well, you use that and go to another customer, right? So it's a slow grind. We just read, as investors, we read 260 and you're like, okay, 260 customers. But you have to understand these are 260 bank customers. Okay, these are not customers who are buying something for a small value. They're buying something which is very impactful to their business, right? So reaching 260 customers is not an easy task, right? And what are they trying to do now? Increase the number of customers and sell more products to customers, right? So once you establish trust, you establish your right to win, right? So that is what now they are trying to do by cross-selling more products to the same customers, right? And that helps them play out on the operating leverage front as well, right? They've said that they will try and balance between license and SaaS revenue. We'll see. I mean, if the market moves more towards SaaS, I think they will have to move more towards SaaS revenue. It'll depend, and probably if the market moves more towards SaaS much faster, then it would mean some bit of, uh, you would see some bit of revenues kind of not grow very aggressively, and profitability also would, at least for some time, because SaaS revenues takes time to pick up, at least optically, that would not look very good. Although in terms of, value, that would be very significant value. So it's anybody's guess how the Indian investor or the global